Hey everyone, it's Jeannie with Talk to Me Tuesday. It is Monday, March the 29th. I'm hoping everyone's had a wonderful week, a wonderfully crafty week. As y'all see, I'm feeling much better. Still having a few issues, but for the most part, I don't feel like I'm walking through a tunnel like I did for a couple of weeks. And I thank everyone for keeping in touch with me and checking on me and seeing how I'm doing. But I have been busy. I've been working on some testing in the background. As you see, Jennifer R. got my quilt quilted. This is my Kingdom Hearts one. It's reversible, and I'm going to take a moment and swap that so that y'all can see that. So this is the second side of my Kingdom Hearts quilt. It's absolutely beautiful. I just love it. Jennifer also did the embroidery on my trophies. I actually thought the trophies would be a cool addition to the bookshelf quilt. So if you wanted a trophy on there, I have, well, let me move out of the way. I have 4 there. Anyways, thought it might be cool to put on a bookshelf quilt. And then of course the treasure box. But I'm still a little bit short-winded, but that's to be expected. So, but I love this. She also finished up my Bonnie Hunter quilt, and I'll show you some pictures of that at the end. But I'm super happy with it, and thank you so very much, Jennifer. So really happy with it. I love looking at it. She did a magical wand quilting on this one, and on my Bonnie Hunter one she did the TARDIS, and I just thought it was appropriate because my Bonnie Hunter quilt, it's called Grassy Creek, but I call it Neon Sky because of the colors that I used, and with me calling it Neon Sky, I just thought that Doctor Who would be completely appropriate for it. So now what have I been working on? I've been creating a quilt, and it's almost ready. It's almost done. So I've been testing. I actually have someone testing some of the patterns for me. But this right here is, I don't know, probably close to 30 patterns that I've been testing. So I'm feeling pretty accomplished by that. I did do some other things like wash my curtains and repin up all of my cool little stuff that y'all have been sending me, my little badge and my postcards and buttons and stuff like that. So a little bit of cleaning. I am getting ready to do a overhaul in my craft room. There's, you know, everybody's been talking about design walls, and I guess it's the year for design walls because I'm wanting to remake mine. It's starting to look a little dingy, and washing it is not going to do the trick. So anyways, it's time for an upgrade. So I'll be working on that and finishing up the quilt that I'm testing. And I actually was thinking about possibly making me a couple of pillows. Jennifer's been making pillows. A couple of y'all have been making pillows. And so I was thinking I might want to do that, some pillowcases. And so anyways, that's what I've got going on. There is a second clip because I made a video last week before last, and I never got it uploaded. So, but they're talking about a quilt that I used to have up here, and I really wanted to share that with y'all. So, second clip. This quilt is getting ready to come down, and I realized I hadn't updated y'all on this quilt since I put it up. Here a couple of years ago, it wasn't last year because of COVID. It would have been the year before that, so 2019. I purchased this quilt from a quilt show that we had here in my little bitty old town. And when I say a quilt show, it has maybe 100 to 150 quilts that's displayed. And I had entered a few of my quilts into the quilt show, and I saw this little Lone Star just sitting there, and well, I paid just a few dollars for it, and I brought it home, and there were a few issues with it. One is it wasn't stored properly, and it had some stains on it, and the edges all around it were really, really beat up. And so what I did, cut all of the beat up stuff off of it. I just took the whole entire frame off of the quilt, and I squared it up, and then I put then I just put a new binding on it. And the binding is ever so slightly darker than the color that was used in the quilt. And I kind of like it because it definitely gives it a frame, or almost a like 3D look on the outer edges. And then I hung it up for a while. So wanted to make sure I shared that with y'all. And then I got some mail in. The first thing is this little gift, this little postcard. I came in from Michelle. I'm fisting to fall, y'all. Sorry. Came in from Michelle. It's absolutely adorable. I'm terrified to take it out of the packaging, but I did because I wanted to make sure I read everything that she wrote, because she does do amazing work on actual handwritten notes. Another piece of mail that I got in was from Jennifer R. Last year when I was in my crazy mask making days, I noticed her awesome little retro type mask, and I just absolutely fell in love with them. Well, she sent me some of the fabric aside and sent it to me, and it's just absolutely adorable. But look at this. It's just like little Polaroids, watches, OTVs, and of course the records. Absolutely adorable. Well, when me and her were talking about it, we talked about me making masks out of them. And y'all know I've kind of slowed down on my mask making because I was getting completely weighed down by them. I don't know. So I haven't decided. Am I still going to make masks out of it, or possibly make an Elvis quilt, Elvis themed quilt out of it? I don't know. That's kind of where my mind's going, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful week, a crafty week, and I will see y'all next week. Bye!